Atmosphere wasn't a word you would normally use to describe a video game back in the 16-bit days. There weren't many horror games around, and a majority of games featured bright visuals and bouncy, upbeat soundtracks. Even games that focused on mature themes tended to feature jolly soundtracks or comically over-the-top action, preventing them from being truly atmospheric. Super Metroid achieves a level of atmosphere through its unique use of graphics and sound. The game uses the darker end of blue, green, red and purple that gives off an ominous feeling and the sense for something alien. This, combined with the tight and claustrophobic level design, allows us to empathise with Samus in her moments of isolation. The sound design also contributes to this. Many songs contain sustained, dull, choir-like notes accompanied by a slow drum beat or a mechanical sounding instrument that presents a juxtaposing calm sense of urgency and pulls the player into the game world. The stage is set from the get-go as soon as you boot the system up and witness the title screen. Super Metroid has a reserved use of cutscenes, giving a history to the events of the game and a reason for why Samus has chosen to go on this adventure, but doesn't explain much about the world itself. That part of the story is peeled back as we continue to explore the world and is shown to us through the architecture and the enemies and bosses that are encountered. Super Metroid continues the story from Metroid 2, but takes us back to areas from the original Metroid that have evolved and expanded. It's interesting to see how a world that has been used in an older game has been ruined by our hero's previous exploits, and how a new ecosystem has been formed. The structure of the game is cleverly designed in the way that it's non-linear, yet also cohesive. As you gain new power-ups, you're forced to retread older areas to continue progressing. However, it isn't a case of retracing your steps and replaying the same content. New power-ups unlock new shortcuts, making the journey back to older areas a task that isn't tedious. Each area is also designed in a way that completing your objective will usually lead you on the path to your new objective, or wrap you back around to a previous area which can now be explored further. Even more exploration is greatly rewarded with new energy tanks and weapon upgrades, and it's not merely a process of grabbing a power-up and then re-scouting the whole world. Optional upgrades are often hidden in clever locations that require a bit of craftiness. And finding new power-ups isn't the only way you grow in Super Metroid. You can learn new abilities through experimenting with the controls or non-verbal communication with some of the game's friendly life forms. This can then enhance subsequent playthroughs, as you can use these abilities from the start and can use them in creative ways to do certain things in a different order. Super Metroid was one of the two video games that practically birthed a subgenre of action-adventure games known as Metroidvania. Not only this, but its unique structure and its capability to be greatly manipulated by the player makes it one of the biggest attributors to the birth of an entire genre of video and streaming content, speedrunning, and is still one of the most popular games to speedrun. For these reasons, I believe Super Metroid worthy to be placed into the Hall of Game. Thanks for watching another episode of Hall of Game, and now it looks like we're back to normal. We're going to be releasing every episode on a Saturday from now on, and streaming each game from a Saturday. And what I'll be doing from now on during my stream of the Hall of Game induction, I'm going to be showing a preview of next week's Hall of Game. So come on over to Twitch and check out Super Metroid's Hall of Game induction at some point today, and I'll be showing a preview of next week's game. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and have fun playing video games.